You know what's funny? We spent years in school learning how to find X, but no one ever taught us how to find money. We were drilled on trigonometry, the periodic table, and world wars, but not on how to budget, invest, or even understand what credit card interest really means. And now, here we are, adults, earning money but not really knowing how to manage it. You get your paycheck, you promise to save some, and then, poof, it disappears faster than your motivation on a Monday morning. Be honest, how many times have you told yourself, this month, I'll save more? And then, by the second week, you're back on Amazon, justifying your next tiny purchase. Here's the truth. You don't need to be rich to manage money well. You just need a system, because money doesn't grow with income. It grows with intention. In this video, I'm going to share money management strategies schools never taught you, the kind that real people, not just financial gurus, can actually use. And I promise, once you understand these, you'll never see your paycheck the same way again. If you believe you're built for more, subscribe now. We're here to guide you with tools, strategies, and stories that actually make a difference. Let's go. Number 1, pay yourself first. Always, no matter what. This is the golden rule of personal finance, the one the wealthy quietly live by. Most people do the exact opposite. They pay rent, bills, subscriptions, and expenses first, and then try to save whatever's left. But here's the problem. There's never anything left. When you pay yourself first, you reverse that pattern. The moment your salary hits your account, you set aside a fixed portion, say 15%, for yourself. Not for Netflix, not for Starbucks, but for your future self. That money automatically goes into a savings or investment account. Think index funds, ETFs, or a high-yield savings account. This method forces you to live on what remains, rather than saving from leftovers. And that's the mindset shift. You come before your expenses. Number 2, track every dollar. You spend because money leaks are real. If your money keeps disappearing and you can't figure out where it's going, you have leaks. Small, invisible, everyday leaks. Use any basic app, even Google Sheets. Write down every expense for 30 days, not to restrict yourself, but to see the truth. Once you see it, something clicks. You'll start asking, wait, did I really need that Uber when the bus was 2:0? This exercise isn't about guilt, it's about control, because you can't manage what you don't measure. People who actively track their spending save up to 20% more per year than those who don't. Try it for 1 month. You'll be shocked at how easily you can free up cash for investing, paying off debt, or building your emergency fund. Let's talk about that emergency fund, your silent financial bodyguard. Build an emergency fund before you even think about investing. A friend, Mia, started investing aggressively. She put every spare dollar into dividend stocks and crypto. But when her car broke down, she had no cash cushion. She had to sell her investments at a loss. Without an emergency fund, one unexpected event can wipe out months or years of progress. Your emergency fund should ideally cover 3 to 6 months of essential expenses: rent, groceries, insurance, bills. Keep it in a high-interest savings account or a liquid money market fund, not the stock market. Think of it as your financial shock absorber. It won't make you rich, but it keeps you from going broke, because the first rule of wealth isn't making money, it's protecting it. And once you have this fund built, you can invest without fear, which brings us to the next step, where to actually put your money to grow. Number 4, automate everything, because willpower is overrated. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That's why automation is your best financial hack. Set up automatic transfers, from your salary account to your investment portfolio, from your checking to your savings account, from your main account to your credit card payments. Because if you wait for motivation to save, it'll never happen. Automation takes emotion out of money, and that's exactly what you want. Small, consistent actions done automatically create massive long-term results. You don't need to be a financial genius. You just need to set and forget the right habits. And the best part? Automation makes you feel rich before you actually are, because your systems work quietly while you sleep. Number 5, start investing early, because time beats talent. Most people think they need a lot of money to start investing. That's a myth. You don't need thousands, you just need time. If you invest $100 a month into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund, earning around 8% annual returns in 30 years, that turns into over $150,000. Now double that to $200, and you're looking at over $300,000 from just a couple $100 a month. That's the magic of compound interest. It's quiet, slow, invisible, until it's not. And if you wait until you make more, you'll miss your biggest advantage: time. The earlier you start, the less you have to invest later. Because compounding doesn't reward those who are smart, it rewards those who are early. Don't try to time the market. Just spend time in the market. Invest in ETFs, mutual funds, or even dividend stocks that grow and pay you passive income. Every dollar you invest is an employee that works 24/7. No breaks, no complaints. And soon, your money will be earning more money. That's how real financial freedom begins. Number 6, separate wants from needs and learn the freedom ratio. Here's a truth bomb. You don't go broke buying big things once a year. You go broke buying small things every day. The difference between wants and needs isn't just financial, it's emotional. A need keeps your life functioning. A want keeps your ego comfortable. The best way to manage both: use what I call the freedom ratio. Spend 70% of your income on needs, 20% on savings or investments, and 10% on guilt-free fun. It keeps your money in balance. You don't feel deprived, yet you're still building wealth. You can buy the things you love, just budget for them. That's how you enjoy life without financial anxiety. If you constantly feel like you're saving but not living, it's because your ratio is off. Track it for 3 months, tweak, and repeat. You'll start noticing you feel lighter, because control feels better than consumption. And speaking of control, wait till you hear about the trap most people fall into next. Avoid lifestyle inflation. It's the silent killer of wealth. Every time your income increases, your expenses secretly rise with it. That's lifestyle inflation. You get a raise, and suddenly, your old car feels outdated. Your apartment seems small. You tell yourself, "I deserve better." And while that's true, better doesn't have to mean bigger spending. If you can keep your lifestyle stable while your income grows, you create real wealth. Here's a simple trick. For every raise, save or invest at least 50% of that new money. That way, your lifestyle improves slowly, while your investments skyrocket. This one discipline can make the difference between being rich for a year or being wealthy for life. Because remember, the goal isn't to look rich, it's to stay free. And to stay free, you need to build assets that pay you, which leads us to point number 8. Build multiple income streams, because one is too risky. If your only source of income is your job, you're one decision away from financial stress. One layoff, one bad economy, one health issue, and your entire system collapses. That's why the rich focus on cash flow, not just paychecks. You don't need 10 income streams, just start with 2. Maybe your main job plus a side hustle, or your salary plus passive income from dividend stocks, REITs, or rental properties. Even $200 a month in passive income changes the way you think. Because now, money's not just something you earn, it's something you create. Diversify your portfolio. Mix equities, ETFs, bonds, real estate, and a digital asset or two. You're not just protecting your wealth, you're multiplying it. And once your money starts working harder than you do, you've cracked the code. Here is a bonus point for you. Learn to say no, even when you can't afford it. The richest people aren't the ones who can buy everything. They're the ones who don't need to. Financial maturity is when you realize just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should buy it. That's the discipline schools never taught: restraint. Saying no to impulsive spending is what allows yes to wealth. Every dollar you don't spend unnecessarily becomes capital for your future freedom. Here's the truth. Schools were never designed to teach you wealth. They taught you to earn, not to grow. But now you know better. In every video, I try to discuss and address the factors that surely improve the chances of your success. If you like this also, subscribe the channel, like and share the wealthy knowledge to your loved ones. If that sparked your interest, the next video will blow your mind. See you inside.